Buckle up. Lock your doors. It's about to get crazy up in here with your boy, DJ Racer, the Puerto Rican gangster.
The most out-of-state man in show business.
Hello, Rochelle. We got Rochelle in the building, everybody. How you doing, Rochelle? First of all, I want to let everybody know that Rochelle is under the weather. I'm under the weather. And we're going to do this for you guys. So enjoy it. Rochelle, how you feeling? Any better?
Thank you. No, actually, I'm not feeling better at all, but it's going around. So, it's flu season.
Yeah, and if it makes you feel any better, I don't feel any better. The only reason I'm doing this is because I'm medicated, and I was excited to interview you. So if you were not on the ballot today, I would have canceled the show, but I couldn't do that to you. So welcome so much for coming on the show, first of all.
Oh, thank you. I appreciate that. And same here. I did it because of Jay Garcia spoke highly of you, and I was like, well, even if I can't talk and I cough in between, I'm still gonna do it. So please forgive me, if I cough, if I sound like a man.
No problem. And the same for me if I don't sound myself, so everybody knows. So tell us what Rochelle's been up to. How you doing? How's everything in the music business?
Well, the music business is kind of, I can't really say much about it. It's pretty much at a pause right now. As a lot of people know, I have a new grandbaby. She's 6 months old, and I've been adjusting to trying to be a grandmother because I wasn't ready for it, because I'm still young, my daughter made me a young grandmother, so I kind of put everything at a hold because we're still trying to adjust, but everything's at a standstill pretty much.
And that's funny because I got 3 kids of my own, and my oldest is 27, and I can't wait to have a grandbaby. So congratulations, you're very lucky.
Thank
I
you.
love babies, so you must be having a great time, and that's fantastic.
Yeah, no, it is pretty exciting. I'm in love, so I just babies, they're adorable.
Absolutely. Now when you were coming on the show, everybody text me and they're like, oh great, you're gonna have Rochelle on the show. That's so cool. But a lot of the people that I spoke to, that everybody wanted me to ask you. So I'm gonna just go ahead flat out and ask you. And everybody wanted me to ask you is, why did Rochelle not continue with freestyle music? Because I know you're doing other type of music, but everybody wants to know why you didn't continue on the road of the freestyle genre.
I'll be completely honest. When I was offered to sing the song "Pray for an Angel, Holding On to Love," it wasn't really my choice, to be honest. It was something that I signed up with the company SOS. They basically told me what you were going to sing. So, I'm not going to sit here and say that I deserve the freestyle crown because I don't. Growing up, I wasn't into freestyle. I wasn't. So, my sister used to listen to me. My sister's 10 years older than me. So, back in the 80s, my sister was the teenager. She was into the freestyle. So that's how I knew about it. Why didn't I continue with it? Because it really wasn't what I wanted to do.
Gotcha.
It wasn't something that I liked. But throughout the years, as I started, meeting other artists and hearing other songs, I started getting more involved. I started liking the genre more. And then just opportunity never came, when it comes to freestyle. So that's why I never continued it. Do I like it now? Yes. Not everybody. I don't like everybody, and I don't like a lot of songs, but there I have my favorites. Would I do a song in the future or in the near future? Maybe, but it has to be a badass song. It has to be a kick-ass song. It has to be better than "Pray for an Angel," and that could be very hard to accomplish.
And I was gonna say that, when you have a job, right? A lot of times they tell you, "Hey, don't do it so well, because if you do it so well, they're gonna expect you that every single time. And you know, when you came out and you did "Praying for an Angel," the song was so good that you left people with a taste in their mouths, and they wanted more. And you know, so it's, I mean, it's a fantastic song. It's a classic song, and it's a song that's gonna be around forever. And you know, I speak to a lot of people on a daily basis, and I spoke to the Santana twins, and they're like, "Oh my God, we would love to work with her again." I spoke to UMC, which you've done work in the past, and he's like, "Oh, Racer, man, I got a whole album. I got so much music that I'm ready to press. You know, I'm just gonna leave it up to her." And there's so much people want to work with you, and you know, when I said you were gonna be on my show today, there was a lot of excitement, and you know, it's people love you. I mean, what can we say?
No, no, honestly, I do. I get a lot of messages. People offer me to do songs, but to be honest, it's like for me to do a song, it has to be better than "Praying for an Angel." And you know, like if you're gonna offer me a song, like send it to me. I'm open to hear it, but it has to blow me away. You know what I mean? I have to be like, wow, this is gonna be. It has to be better. I can't go back.
So I got
So
you. So pray
that's
for.
yet to happen.
So is it safe to say that "Pray for an Angel" is like, it's like for you is the bar, and unless anybody passes that bar, you're gonna just end it right there.
Basically, unless I have some opportunities to probably just get into like maybe some house music, things like that DJs can play. It's just so DJs can have fun with it. You know what I mean? I'm not looking to have this big career, and because I know, I mean, I'm a realist. I'm 40 years old. You know, I've done what I had to do. I've been singing my whole life. I've been singing since I was 9 years old. So I'm not looking to become this big star. But will I record a song that the DJs could play with and have fun with and play and people listen to it for my fans? I would do that.
Okay,
But like I said, it would have to be a good song.
all right. So Rochelle, let me ask you this, because I like to ask this to the artists. Do you have currently right now freestyle music that's been in your vault, and I mean, you could literally just come out tomorrow, release, but there's a part of you that doesn't want to release it for for any particular reason that only you can tell anybody. But do you have music that you could release if you wanted to?
Actually, no. I did do a few experiments, and I released and it wasn't released. I did an experiment. Amarte para siempre is a song that is on YouTube. I wrote the lyrics to it, and it was just an experiment. It was just like, oh, let's throw it out there and see what happens. But I didn't see too much feedback on it. I didn't get the love that I thought that it would get, so I didn't pursue anything else. Honestly, no. To be honest, I don't have any songs that I would be able to release now, unless it was like I have a whole album of Spanish bachata songs that I can release at any time. They're mastered, they're done, they're ready to go. But I'm not freestyle.
Now, have you ever flirted with the idea of possibly doing, since you've done freestyle and you've done bachata, have you ever flirted with the idea of maybe doing something like in the reggaeton style?
I've thought about it. I do have a song again that I experimented with. It's a reggaeton song that I like to perform sometimes. And I'm so sorry. I wrote the lyrics to it. I'm not against it. If I were to do some reggaeton, it would have to be something, about love. I would definitely not promote, any violence or talk about drugs or things like that. It would be a reggaeton love song.
I love it. I love it. So what I want to do right now is I want to play everybody your song, which Jay sent to me. It's a beautiful song. I listened to it, Sola, and tell me a little bit about that
Yes.
song before I play it. Just tell me a little bit about it.
That song is like my pride and joy. I don't know when I wrote that song. I don't know why, but I wrote it thinking about my cousin, who we were raised together like sisters, but we were really cousins, and she passed away. And I don't know, one day I was just thinking about her, and I wrote that song. And it's a beautiful song, and we made it into a bachata song, and it's a song that, even though it was never released, it's just very special to me. So.
Well, my condolences to you, and let's play Sola for everybody to listen to. And by the way, before I even play the song, your vocals on this is absolutely beautiful. So without further ado,
thank you so much.
Everybody, this is Sola, Rochelle.
Estoy locamente enamorada de ti y sé que tú también me amabas a mí. ¿Por qué te fuiste tú tan lejos de mí? No puedo estar un día más sin verte a ti. Yo despierto y no te encuentro, esto que siento me quema lento. No sé cómo fuiste capaz de dejarme sola. Yo despierto y no te encuentro, esto que siento me quema lento. No sé cómo fuiste capaz de dejarme sola. Porque me propusiste matrimonio a mí. Tú eres un cobarde y ahora no quieres dar la cara por mí. Pensé que eras el amor de mi vida, pero me engañaste y ahora profundas quedaron heridas. Yo despierto y no te encuentro, esto que siento me quema lento. No sé cómo fuiste capaz de dejarme sola. Yo despierto y no te encuentro, esto que siento me quema lento. No sé cómo fuiste capaz de dejarme sola. Un hombre que se aprovechó de este pobre corazón, dejándome despechada y sin ninguna razón me has dejado sola. Yo despierto y no te encuentro, esto que siento me quema lento. No sé cómo fuiste capaz de dejarme sola. Yo despierto y no te encuentro, esto que siento me quema lento. No sé cómo fuiste capaz de dejarme
That's absolutely beautiful, Rochelle. How can that not be released?
Thank you so much. Honestly, it wasn't released because the record company that I was supposed to release it under at that time they, to be honest, she was going through a really bad divorce with a really famous salsa singer. I don't care to say it. His name's Tito Nieves. Hello, everybody knows who he is.
Of course.
My manager at that time was his ex-wife, and she started a record label when they were in the middle of a divorce. And I was one of her first artists. We were going to release a whole album, and he was so upset by that, the fact that she had her own company, that he blackballed our freaking project completely. Like, he made everybody turn the whole album down. So I call it this. It was maybe not meant to be, because what are the odds? You know what I'm saying? What are the odds? Like, this woman starts a record label. We have an excellent album coming out, and then, you know, the king of salsa messes me up.
That sucks, because I'm gonna tell you, and I'm speaking truthfully here. You know, anybody that knows me, I don't hold no punches. I'm gonna tell you that shit right there that we listen to is fucking badass. And excuse my French, but that is some badass bachata music, and your vocals again are on point. So, is there anything that we can do? Is there a petition we can sign to get it released? I mean, we gotta do something.
I mean, Jay Garcia and me were talking about it. We were talking about maybe releasing that as a single, and you know, start performing it and doing something with it, because it is a beautiful song, and I would hate to see it go to waste. But that was the story behind that whole situation. Can it be released? Yeah, of course, and it would be a shame not to show my fans, you know, what a beautiful song that is.
Well, I tell you, I'm grateful that I now have it in my library, and if you're okay with it, I don't know if it's okay, but I would love to put it on the stations on rotation. I don't know if that's okay or not okay, but I would love to let people. Of course,
yes, thank you. I'd really appreciate it.
Yeah,
I mean, you could, you know, share it and have others play it. That would really be great.
Oh yeah, and anything you have. I mean, again, your vocals are insane. So, the next song I want to talk about, of course, is the song that everybody just loves, and that's "Praying for an Angel." You already told us a little bit about it, and we know the history about it. So, when you first did that song, did you expect that song to become as big as it did? Because that thing just absolutely just blew up.
The thing with "Pray for an Angel" was when it was presented to me, it was supposed to be a group thing. It was supposed to be me and two other girls. And, you know, they said, okay, practice the song and we need you to audition. And as soon as we went into audition, the company was like, okay, well, you know what, we're not going to make it a group thing, because they were like, you did so well on it that we want to make you a solo artist. And I was like, wow, I was amazed, you know. I'm like, wow, I didn't expect it. And plus, remember, like I said, I wasn't used to it. It wasn't a generation, it wasn't a genre that I was used to. So was I surprised? Very surprised. You know, I started hearing it on the radio, and it just blew up. It blew up, and I was like, wow. Well, it's a beautiful song. I'm gonna say it became my baby. Like, I love "Pray for an Angel" is my first love. So, it is a beautiful song. It's gonna be a classic forever.
All right. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna play it, and then I have a question for you, and then I know you're sick. I'm gonna let you go. I don't want to keep you on too late, but I'm gonna play that song. We'll get back to talking in just a minute, everybody. This is the one we all love. When we hear it in the club, we hear that beat, we just go crazy. "Praying for an Angel," Rochelle. Here we go.
Music Lovers Radio.
www.thefreestyleradio.com. You're listening to Extreme Mix Radio. You're listening to 524/7. Banging
Banging all the hits you love. Feel the vibe.
Every time that I fall in love, I'm so afraid that love will never last. 'Cause I've been hurt many times before, and I don't wanna relive the past. I suffer so much pain inside, reaching out to love that will never be mine. Now it's time to break these chains I feel and share a love that's real. I've been praying for an angel to come down from the skies above. I've been praying for an angel to come and fill my world with love.
You're in the mix. On Classic 407. Banging all the hits.
There's so much love that I want to give. I know that holding back is wrong to do. Now I walk with faith to carry on till I find someone that's true. The old is gone and the new has come. My life I know has finally begun. I face the fact that I must be strong to wait for the right one to come
Say it louder promotion. Say it louder for those in the back. You're tuned in.
Thank you so much for giving us that song. Now I got a question for you, and I'm gonna ask you an honest question, and you don't have to answer it if you don't want, but I like to do these type of
I
things.
am the realest person you'll ever talk to, so you ask me anything and I'm going to give you an honest answer.
All right, here we go. Is the reason or one of the reasons why you no longer do freestyle music because of all the bullshit you see going on in freestyle today?
Yes, of course. Yes, that's one of the main reasons. It's a turnoff to me. It's a turnoff. So you're right. A lot of part of me wants to move forward, and part of me is just like I don't want to be involved in that. You know. I'd rather just stay where I'm at. You know, I did what I did, and not be involved in something that's so silly and childish at times.
I know, but as a fan, like I know, as a fan, okay, I want you to do another freestyle song, and I know you don't want to, But maybe in the future, I mean, you're only 40. There's got to be something you got. Sometimes you got to think about it and do it because I mean, I know if you do a freestyle song, it's gonna blow up. You know that. I know that. Jay Garcia knows that. We all know that. And I hope that one day, and I know it sucks because I see what goes on every single day. By the way, before I forget, I spent the day with Jesse B yesterday. He loves you.
Oh, my
Absolutely
friend.
loves you. And him and
Yes, I love
sat
Jesse B too.
yeah, when him and I sat down and we talked a little bit about what's going on in the industry and some stuff I can't say, of course, but it's and it sucks because it's turning artists like yourselves off and keeping you from doing the music that we want to hear. So again, I hope that one day you rethink it and give us another one like you did with Praying for an Angel.
Yes, yes, of course. And like I said, well, shout out to Jesse B, of course. Like, you know what? I give him props because Jesse is pushing it. Jesse is coming out with new material, and he's out there for his fans. And I see him doing that, and, you know, I applaud him. He's family. You know, we're Chicago. We're family. Will I record a song in the future? Hey, if somebody could bring it, I'm gonna challenge somebody out there. If they can bring it and show me a good track, something that I'm gonna say, wow, that is the shit. I will do it. For now, like I said, you know, thank you for playing the song Sola. I'm gonna start pushing that a little more with Jay Garcia, Do Heart Productions, and we'll see what happens.
That's awesome. So I want to give my shout outs to everybody and every station that's making this possible because we're broadcasting from 7 stations where we got 41 people right now listening to this interview on the stream alone. Then we got the apps going on. So we got this all over the place. I want to thank the Freestyle Radio, Music Lovers Radio, SGR Records, Vibe 24/7, Classic 407, Extreme Mix Radio, UBM, Canadian Freestyle Music and more, Freestyle Free for All. We got Bella Fedora Entertainment, Kohler Promotions, The Agency, and last but not least, Shirley Gentry, Gina Greco, Say Louder Promotions. I know they're helping you and Jay Garcia out. You guys are in great hands with those girls. Those girls will go out of their way to make sure that music like yours gets out there. So congratulations on making Say Louder Promotions part of Jay Garcia. It's going to be a true great, connection, and it's going to be good for you all, for everyone.
Awesome. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you to everyone that you mentioned, and especially the fans, the people who've always stuck by me, and I really love you guys. And I thank you for bringing me on and having this interview with me.
Oh, it was absolutely my pleasure. Merry Christmas to you, your family. Congratulations on your grandbaby. I know this is his first baby. It's going to be the first Christmas. It's going to be amazing. So cherish that moment. Love it. And whenever you're feeling better, if you want to do this again, if you want to rock, and just send me a message. Let Shirley know. We'll make this happen anytime. I would love to talk to you again.
Awesome. Thank you so much. I appreciate that. You have a great Christmas.
Same to you. Have a good night.
Okay. Bye-bye.
All right, bye-bye. There you have it, everybody. That was Rochelle. She's a little bit under the weather. I'm a little bit under the weather, but again,